It's no secret that Britain has a housing problem. It's now far more expensive to get on the property ladder than it was just a few decades ago, and we haven't been building the homes that we need. For millions of people, our housing market simply isn't working. And one critical factor behind our broken housing market is tax.
Group, including the son and daughter of the ATO Deputy Commissioner, defrauding the tax office of more than $100 million.
Imagine a world where every single thing you post online is being watched. Every holiday photo, every new car, every fancy dinner, every boast about a new side hustle. Now imagine it's not being watched by your friends or your family or even some nosy neighbour. It's being watched by an AI, a cold, calculating and relentless artificial intelligence programmed with one single purpose: to catch you. This isn't the plot of a new sci-fi movie. This is the reality right now in the United Kingdom. The British government has unleashed a digital bloodhound, an AI so powerful it's been described as a level of oversight that would have been unthinkable just a few years ago. It's a system that is already generating billions of dollars in extra tax, and it's doing it by creating a digital panopticon, a prison where every citizen is a potential suspect and every social media post is potential evidence. And if you think this is just a UK problem, you are dreaming. The Australian government is watching, they are learning, and they are building their own version of this system right now. The age of the AI taxman is here, and it's about to change everything. Before we get into the terrifying details of this new digital dystopia, you know the drill. The mainstream media will tell you this is about efficiency and fairness. They'll tell you it's about catching the bad guys. They will not tell you about the risks of mistaken identity, the dangers of algorithmic bias, or the chilling effect this will have on our freedom of speech. That's what we do. We are the resistance. We are the ones exposing the truth, and we are funded by you. If you're sick of the government treating you like a criminal in waiting, chuck us a few bucks on Patreon. It's the only way we can keep fighting for our privacy and our freedom. Link in the description. In the UK, the tax office, known as HMRC, has a new weapon. It's a big data system called Connect, and it is without a doubt the most powerful tool of financial surveillance ever unleashed on a Western democracy. Introduced in 2010, Connect has grown into one of the largest data sets held by the UK government, and it is now being supercharged with artificial intelligence. Here's how it works. Connect hoovers up data from a massive range of financial sources: your bank accounts, your credit cards, your property records, your online marketplaces, your social media feeds. It then uses sophisticated algorithms to analyze this data, cross-referencing it with your tax returns to spot anomalies. Anomalies that, in the words of one expert, would otherwise go unnoticed by the human eye. It's looking for the mismatch between the life you project online and the income you declare to the government. That holiday to Bali. The AI sees the photos. That new jet ski, the AI sees the Facebook post. It's building a complete 360-degree picture of your life, and it's looking for any excuse to pounce. And the results have been staggering. In the last tax year alone, this AI-powered system generated an extra £4.6 billion in tax revenue for the UK government. That's up by more than a third from the previous year. It's being used by 4,300 HMRC staff, and it processed more than 500,000 cases in the last year. This isn't a small-scale experiment. This is mass surveillance on an industrial scale. It's a factory for generating tax bills, and the raw material is your private life. And it's about to get even more powerful. HMRC has confirmed a partnership with a US data analytics firm to apply even more sophisticated AI to its data. They are building a digital dragnet that will be almost impossible to escape. And they are not shy about admitting it. They have openly confirmed that they are using AI to monitor the social media posts of suspected tax cheats, turning your holiday snaps into evidence for the prosecution. The presumption of innocence is dead. In the world of the AI taxman, You are a suspect until the algorithm decides otherwise. Now you might be thinking, well, that's the UK. It could never happen here. Wrong. It's already happening. The Australian Taxation Office, the ATO, is following the UK's playbook step by step. They're just being a bit quieter about it. In February of this year, the ATO released an AI transparency statement, a document that is both deeply revealing and deeply disturbing. In it, they admit to using AI to identify potential non-compliance or fraud for human review. They are using AI to scan all my ID accounts, to risk score the likelihood of identity theft. They are using AI to nudge you in real time as you complete your tax return, comparing your entries to those of other taxpayers with similar attributes. They are building their own version of the Connect system, a vast data matching program that uses over 60 different techniques to hoover up information from every corner of your life. Your bank, your employer, your social media, your side hustles on Airbnb or OnlyFans. It's all being fed into the ATO's data machine, and their stated goal is to make it easier for taxpayers to comply and harder not to. Listen to that again. Harder not to. That is the language of compulsion. That is the language of a government that sees you not as a citizen to be served, but as a subject to be controlled. It's a threat wrapped in bureaucratic jargon. And just like in the UK, they are hiring. The ATO is expanding, bringing on more staff to wield these powerful new tools. They are building an army of digital tax auditors, and they are arming them with the most powerful surveillance technology on the planet. They are building a system designed to make you feel constantly watched, constantly judged, and constantly afraid of making a mistake. So what's the problem? If you're not a tax cheat, you've got nothing to worry about, right? Wrong. The problem is that these systems are not infallible. They are built by humans, they are trained on human data, and they are subject to human biases. And when they get it wrong, the consequences can be devastating. Experts in the UK are already warning about the risks. The risk of mistaken identity, where the AI confuses you with someone else because of a similar name or a hacked social media account. The risk of algorithmic bias, where the system unfairly targets certain ethnic groups or people in certain postcodes because the data it was trained on was biased. The risk of false positives, where you are flagged as a potential criminal because your spending habits don't fit the AI's narrow definition of normal. Maybe you received a large cash gift from a relative. Maybe you sold a car to a friend. Maybe you just have an unusual lifestyle. To the AI, you're a red flag. You're an anomaly. You're a suspect. And what happens when you're flagged? You're thrown into a bureaucratic nightmare, forced to prove your innocence against a faceless algorithm that has already decided you are guilty. You are guilty until proven innocent, and the burden of proof is on you. It's a digital gulag where the sentence is not hard labor but endless paperwork, crippling legal fees, and the constant stress of being under investigation. It's a system that can ruin your reputation, destroy your business, and shatter your mental health, all because of a glitch in the machine. And don't for a second believe the government's soothing promises of human oversight. When you have 4,300 staff processing 500,000 cases a year, how much real oversight can there be? The human becomes a rubber stamp, a box ticker, a cog in the machine. The real decision is made by the algorithm, and the human is just there to provide a fig leaf of accountability. It's a theatrical performance of due process designed to hide the terrifying reality that your fate is being decided by a piece of code. This is not just about tax. This is about the end of privacy. This is about the creation of a society where the government has a complete, real-time and searchable record of your entire life. A society where the very idea of a private transaction, a private conversation, or a private life is a thing of the past. This is the final piece of the puzzle we've been talking about for years. The cashless society, the digital ID, and now the AI taxman. It's the unholy trinity of government control, a system where they can track what you earn, what you spend, and what you say. A system where they can cut you off from your own money if you step out of line. A system where they can use the power of AI to enforce a level of compliance that would make the Stasi blush. This is not a future we have to accept. We can fight back. We can demand stronger privacy laws. We can demand real transparency and accountability for how these AI systems are being used. We can demand that the human remains in the loop, not as a rubber stamp, but as a real check on the power of the machine. We can demand an end to this relentless data harvesting and a return to the fundamental principle that we are innocent until proven guilty. We must remind our elected officials that they work for us, not the other way around. Their job is to protect our rights, not to build a digital prison to keep us in line. But we can only do that if we are informed, and that's where you come in. The mainstream media will not tell you this story. They are too busy cheering on the government's new toys, celebrating the efficiency of the new system, without once stopping to ask about the cost to our freedom. We will. We will keep digging. We will keep exposing the truth, and we will keep fighting for your freedom. But we can't do it without you. Join us on Patreon. Help us build a resistance to this digital tyranny. Help us fund the fight for our privacy. Because if we don't, we will wake up one day to find that we are no longer citizens, but subjects in a digital dictatorship, ruled by an algorithm we can't see, we can't question, and we can't escape. And it will be too late to turn back. To see the latest Australian crisis, click this video here.